Gridiron Central is sponsored by Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Riverside Automotive Group.
Welcome to Gridiron Central, the scoreboard show for Week 6. A few of our teams were not in action this week, but we have all the scores from the teams that were in action. We start up north as Gordon Lee beats Christian Heritage 20-7. Another big win for Gordon Lee. Ringgold 41, Sonoraville 7. The Tigers get yet another win. Sonoraville, Phoenix are having a tough season. They still only have one win in 2012. Gordon Central 46, Coahulla Creek nothing. The Warriors now 6-0 for the first time in school history, the first 6-0 start ever. Next week they're off, then they play a pivotal game at Cartersville. River Ridge 35, Cedartown 27. Repeat it one more time. River Ridge 35, Cedartown 27. Yes, River Ridge pulls a huge upset over the Bulldogs, who are expected to roll in this game. This is definitely going to affect Cedartown down the road. Be sure to check on our Wednesday show as Matt Davis and I will break this game down a little bit more and talk about the implications of Cedartown's loss. Southeast Whitfield 21, Lafayette 13. Ramblers just cannot find a way to win a game this year. Ridgeland 48, Dalton 21. We will have highlights of this game, not on the show, but you can go to watch video highlights of this at PrepCentralOnline.com. Huge win for the Panthers right here. Really puts them in control of their side of the sub-region. A good chance they could be going for another region title by the end of the season. Dominion 35, Unity Christian 28. The Lions got up early but could not hold off Dominion. Unity's going to have an off week next week before two key region games to see how they're going to fare and what kind of seeding they'll get in the ICSGA playoffs. Rome 49, Paulding County 7. I want to say more than that. It wasn't. Rome all over Paulding County. Really, in all honesty, it wasn't even much of a game. Rome rolled easily. Highlights from this later in the show. Rockmart 26, Jackson 12. The Jackets get their second win of the season, their first region win. Northwest Whitfield 31, Heritage 11. Heritage is another local team having problems getting a win. Northwest Whitfield having a pretty good little season. Tryon 48, Glasscock 13. The Bulldogs bounce back after last week's tough loss to Darlington. Cartersville 42, LFO 16. Remember, 2 weeks ago, LFO was undefeated. Two straight losses now. They have, two losses. Cartersville, big game between them and Gordon Central coming up in 2 weeks. That could quite possibly determine the region champion. Adairsville 70, North Murray 56. I'm going to say that one again, 70-56. I still think both teams are waiting for their defenses to show up in that one. 126 points combined between the two of them. And that is all the games we have for this week. Remember, Darlington, all of the teams from Region 7 AA all have byes this week. They'll be in action next week. Of course, you can check out our Wednesday show as we'll talk about those games. We're going to go to commercial right now. When we come back, we'll talk about the Rome-Paulding County game.
Begin your future at Georgia Northwestern Technical College. We offer degrees, diplomas, and certificates in over 200 programs of study. Choose a career in business, health, industrial, or public service. With the flexibility of day, evening, and online classes at any of our 5 campus locations, getting your education at GNTC has never been more convenient. There are many financial aid options available, including student loans. Apply now. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Your college, your town, your future.
Welcome back to the show. I always like to thank our sponsors, Georgia Northwestern Technical College and Riverside Automotive Group, who've been with us for the whole run of Gridiron Central, all 6 years of our Emmy-nominated high school football show. Now, on to the highlights for this evening. We will have highlights also from the Cartersville LFO game and the Ridgeland-Dalton game, but those will be on PrepCentralOnline.com. Check for those later this evening or whatever time you're watching. If it's tomorrow, if it's Saturday you're watching, go ahead and go online because they'll be there. This game, Paulding County came visiting to Rome in the friendly confines of Barron Stadium. Rome was looking for yet another region win. Here are some of the highlights.
Touchdown, Paulding County. Touchdown, Wolves. Touchdown, Wolves. Touchdown, Wolves.
Yeah, well, we felt like we were offensively, we were able to move the football. They gave us a little different look than what we've seen a few times in that first series. But then we settled into the game, and they gave us some stuff to the weak side. But our running backs ran hard, and we felt like we were able to get up to the second level on the linebackers with our offensive line.
Welcome back to the show. You just saw highlights from Rome's pretty much beat down of Paulding County, 49-7. Really, in all honesty, after the first quarter, Rome just took over this game. It was, with a couple of defensive touchdowns, 2 or 3 big long runs. In fact, I think Rome broke open the game pretty much. It was a 4th and 3. What was an end-around play designed to get a first down turned into Rome's second touchdown. After that, it was kind of downhill. Not a major problem for the Wolves. Of course, the key thing for the Wolves, and talking to Coach Perkins after the game, he brought it up too, is it's the next 2 weeks. Next week, Rome travels to North Paulding, and for a key region game, North Paulding has only 1 region loss this year. The week after that, Rome travels to East Paulding. The team most people think is going to be the region, is the best team in the region. If Rome comes away from that, winning 1 and losing 1, they're right in the thick of things, should be able to at least get that number 3 seed for the playoffs. If Rome falls to North Paulding and to East Paulding, all of a sudden Rome is 3 losses in the region, really can't lose again, and at best they're probably looking at the number 4 seed. You never want to be the number 4 seed in the playoffs because, number 1, you're going to be on the road, and number 2, you're going to be playing a number 1 seed from another region. So Rome really needs to get the win next week at North Paulding. The defense is coming along. The offense threw the ball some more tonight. Be interesting to see how they go. Of course, you saw some of the highlights here. You can see full highlights from this game at PrepCentralOnline.com. Of course, we also mentioned we have highlights from Ridgeland's big win over Dalton and Cartersville's big win over LFO as well. And remember to check PrepCentralOnline.com for articles and slideshows of all of the Week 6 action. For Kevin Myrick, Austin Wiggins, I'm Jim Allred saying we'll see you on Wednesday for the preview show.
Begin your future at Georgia Northwestern Technical College. We offer degrees, diplomas, and certificates in over 200 programs of study. Choose a career in business, health, industrial, or public service. With the flexibility of day, evening, and online classes at any of our 5 campus locations, getting your education at GNTC has never been more convenient. There are many financial aid options available, including student loans. Apply now. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Your college, your town, your future.